What's good, y'all? AMQ, number 6. Oh, this is a good question. You have spoken on investing and being an investor. What exactly does that mean and why do you do it? On a side note, why not just spend it on physical things, traveling, trying new foods and experiences, etc., because you can lose money investing? So, this is one of those topics that it's hard to communicate to a lot of people because people think of the aspect of investing, you're thinking of highly volatile things, just like the stock market, like cryptocurrency, the crypto market, and things like that. I identify as an investor. And for me, what that means is I invest my time, money, and energy into people, places, things, and ideas that add value and can grow over the course of time. So I can invest into my family, invest into friends, invest in a business, and things like that. And my expectation, hope, whatever you want to call it, is that that investment grows over the course of time by what I put in and what I value that at based on the individual, how the business operates, or me instilling some values and systems into things to provide structure in order for it to grow to be better than what it once was to a degree and be more profitable, be more valuable, be more fulfilling, anything of that nature, right? And so when I think of, say, investing in the stock market, which is something that a lot of people are scared of because, yes, you can lose money. You can put that money into other things. You know, you only live once, so you should spend it on the things you love because you can't take it with you, right? But that's because you're only thinking about yourself at the end of the day. When you're thinking about who you are and what it is you're doing from an investing standpoint, if you're only investing for the sake of yourself, for you to just, I guess I want to say, make money only and make yourself feel good only, and you're only basically doing it for yourself, yeah, that makes sense that you want to go spend it, buy food, buy clothes, buy jewelry, go travel, go to amusement parks, have these experiences, and live the life that you want to live. Because no, at the end of the day, you can't take the physical money with you and stuff like that when it comes to that. However, that's a low level way of thinking in my eyes. You're not thinking about the other people or other things that you could be helping and adding value to. Like if you have kids, if you're not instilling those right things into your kids, that's an aspect of investing for me, providing structure, providing value, and things that they can take into their adult lives that they can now put into the world and experience life in a way that is different than most people, and they can form their own identity based on some of those important values that you instilled in them. And that, no, you can't take that with you to the grave, but they now live with that. Same with the money aspect. If you put money into an account for them, whether it's a brokerage account, a Roth account, a custodial account, a high yield savings account, um, CD, money market, anything like that, you're expecting you're looking at things from a long term aspect, which is how I think you should view a lot of things in life. Most things are not going to be fixed in the short term because you could be preparing for situations long term in general. Because if you're prepared, you no longer have to figure it out or be in survival mode or be acting like it's new and start freaking out and panicking and making short term decisions based on how you feel right now, knowing it's probably not going to end up that way in the long run. So when I think of investing, I put money into my kids' accounts. I teach them about the stock market and investing, how to make money in the short term in order to put it somewhere to grow over the course of time without them having to put in physical work. I think that's important for people to be able to do because most people, as we know, you have to work in order to provide some source of income so that you can pay your bills and afford the lifestyle that you want. To some degree, yes. Bills and things of that nature, food, shelter, water, all that stuff are essential things that you do need. However, you don't have to physically work to do all that stuff if you have a system in place that allows you to do less work and allow other things or other people to work for you in order to do that, which is why investing for me is important. And when it comes to stocks, I have my own investor identity when it comes to that because it's not an easy thing to explain. I can go into that in another video because it is a deeper mindset thought process around it that it's unique to you and who you are. I can handle a lot of risk and volatility and things like that because I have a system in place in my life. I know at the end of the day, the aspect of physical money, physical dollars and things like that, I don't need it. I'm good. And I'm putting a system in place not for me essentially, but for other people around me, whether that's my kids, my friends, family, things like that, so that there's a system in place that if something happens to me, they are now taken care of, and I will have things laid out that will be able to be put in place even without me physically being here anymore. And that's why things like a trust and a will and things like that are important as well, because they're things that cannot be fully changed or dictated by other people. They're dictated by the individual who's providing the system. And if you provide the system for people who don't understand the system you created, now it can just be done without other people needing to figure things out. It's like if you were to pass away and you had, say, $100,000, and now it has to go through probate. Other people, like your family's waiting on that money, they might need it to pay off certain things. Now it's a struggle and a stress on them. But if you have a system put in place because you put that time, money, and energy into a system to create that so that everything is taken care of, it is no longer a problem for everybody else. Now it was difficult and a struggle for you because you're that responsible one who had to take the initiative to do all that stuff. But it is now easy for everything else. What you went through in the dark comes to light in an easy way on a surface level for other people, which is what you want to do with your life, because not everybody can operate in that way except certain individuals. I'm one of those individuals that complex things make sense to me to a degree that I can find a way that I can communicate it or explain it to somebody else on a surface level so that it will make sense and be very black and white. Most things aren't black and white, but usually when you start out on something new and creating a system, or think of being an artist or things like that, it's not clear because you have a blank canvas. You have to put the paint on the canvas and stuff like that and make it something, make it seen by most people. But if you just say what's in your head and stuff like that and you communicate it to other people, it's not going to make sense. But once you have the canvas and you now splatter paint all over that canvas, and now once you're done with the finished art piece, everybody sees it, now it makes sense. But somebody had to do it. So somebody has to create that system and invest that time, money, and energy into a system in order for that to happen so that people on the surface can see that stuff. Because most people are thinking surface very black and white where they need to see it in order for it to make sense. But there's a handful of people like me that I can invest in a person, place, idea, or things like that and see the potential growth. Now, yes, I can lose money and things like that when it comes to investing in things, people, stocks, crypto, anything like that. However, you're losing money spending on all those experiences too. But check this out.